Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars. Taurus Collective, or all cross watchers, welcome. I decided to do this reading in the lunar eclipse in Pisces, full moon in Pisces, but in the special lunar eclipse that is totally the moment when we can imagine and use our imagination in a Piscean style to imagine a better future and letting go what is not serving us with this eclipse, like a off and new energy. So you know, I showed it like yes, now it's time to clean away something and start a new cycle. Anyway, I'm using now, I got really inspired to use this spread that I made, tarot spread. You can make your own tarot spreads, and I make about shadow readings usually. And I made this course curriculum I'm doing now about Sandman's Daughter, connected to my this kind of art that is gonna be a tarot deck. Anyway, I have 7 week content for you about how to be psychic, and there now the week 2 episodes that just came out is about how to be like a high priestess. It's totally this kind of Pisces style sage or wise woman. How to be like high priestess and make your own tarot spreads, like a shadow tarot spreads. And I made, this is my own tarot spread, this is an example tarot spread in that lesson. And I use this already now in the Sunday reading. So you can have this pick-up reading, but now I really wanted to do this also for all star sign, because I'm even too curious myself to see what is giving for me, because there is like a love letter from High Priestess. But there's also card to say what is your secret power. So don't we all want to know what is hiding in the shadows, what is there for Taurus? So let's see now this crystal. I always start my readings with crystal. My name is Shadow Sister Silva, and I start your reading now, Taurus. Hand was going on. So first we take crystal. It defines which pile you're gonna get for this reading. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. This is your crown chakra energy. Beautiful guru energy. You should be good guru and not a bad guru. So what is a bad guru is egotist. Somebody who can't be a good leader. So just be sharing your information, be this kind of guru, like you can learn to be like that. That would be like in this crystal as a healing. How you can serve the world. How you can be this wise leader. King or queen. So you get this above deck, very high energies. This will be your deck. Then let's place some elements in this table. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Any Taurus now, welcome. This is Taurus reading for full moon in Pisces and an eclipse reading. And this card will be your, what is your secret power and what is your dream, and it will show you this. You look this later. Then we will have also one card that I made this special, especially sometimes you can do new material related to the spreads, and this High Priestess reading called me to have a little bit this kind of more inner child healing, and these are life traps. We want to see, because there's one position of this reading, what you get to release, and now we're going to release one life trap. What is that? Is here, and now we start with your cards. So Taurus, Taurus, welcome every Taurus for cross-cluster. So current energy in the void to be transformed. I think there's 2 cards coming, okay? Then we have, so now what you get to release, that's here. Then Taurus, let's have a little bit more feeling in the card. Now this is important. What is your secret power? What is your dream? And this is now coming here. This. Then we get still what you get to keep in the future now when you go from this eclipse portal forward. And yes, not less important, this will be the High Priestess love message, and it's on the bottom of this deck now. Ta-da, it waits there. Secretly you often in the shadow readings things are exactly bottom of the deck and it's there waiting to be seen. So before we start this, I'm also gonna pull your rune. Taurus, now one rune that tells it all. Okay, grace. The same came for Aries, so somehow, if you would have a relationship to Aries, you both have to be graceful. Tells me already some leader qualities are needed. Who knows, that's a secret power. It was anyway. Also Aries had it. Grace, grace, grace. Grace is a beautiful quality. Very high priestess style. So let's see. Current energy in the void to be transformed. Taurus. So okay, this I'm not going to take reversal because maybe the whole deck was. You got big cards. You get spell casting, what is strength card, major arcana card. There is this person with a white rabbit here in this fire circle, and this whole like a using power. Current energy in the void to be transformed. Interesting. There's a lot of energy here because the next one is also magician. So it is almost like this card has to be here to show like this strength card is actually about magician, that you have this current energy void, that you can be magician using all the elements, not just some in the air, but all aces in your hand. You have aces in your hand, so what you're gonna do about it? Okay, this was what you're gonna do about it if you have all aces in your hand, Taurus. That's powerful. We are going in this reading to see your secret power, and we have already in the void waiting this current energy. I think I have to read about that. Maybe it's all about using the power. It comes to that you have the power, but how you use it. Are you gonna waste it, or are you gonna make something beautiful with it? Very beautiful cards. I'm glad I did this reading. I do this reading because these are amazing cards now, Taurus. And Pisces are able to dream big, and you should use this. Even this would be in the void, the dream state, that you're this powerful person having all the aces in the hand. It is worth to explore what to do with this power, how to get it here. Where is this? These are not exactly in order, these cards, so it takes a little time to find. Here. So I'm gonna read from this shadow book. This is now your current energy in the void, Taurus. Spellcasting. Magic is focusing the will and working with the divine energies present to create positive change in the world. Learning to recognize and work with energy is relatively easy. The challenges are controlling our will and on creative positive change. As humans, it seems that part of our lesson on Earth is to muster up and properly channel our will, which sometimes seems too weak or too strong. Creating positive change is also difficult. We don't always want what is good for us or for others. Also, it is not always a simple thing to know what is good for the greatest good. Managing our will takes practice, discipline, and patience. Dealing with the question's greatest good is eased by maintaining a close connection with the divine. Once you know how it feels to be in good relationship with the divine, it is easier to recognize when you are not. That sensitivity can be a great compass. Yes. So start to recognize what makes you feel good. Because it's usually you're in the right path when things are easy and what makes you feel good. But it was not only that, it was the magician there. Really like taking the active approach, not just manifesting in the sense that you are like just like thinking, you have to actually do action, and that's in the void waiting that you take this big action. So it's skillful use of resources, focused will, insightful understanding of a situation, and that's here in a void now. To see, let's see what is the next. So what you get to release. So this is interesting. 4 of Swords. This is actually good omen in this card. I don't have to read all this card. This is actually showing all this kind of black cats passing the road, or like all kind of things like a lucky claw. What is like a good omen, that sometimes you have to wait for the good omen and not be reactive. But this is like a person in the dark alley also. Like you might feel a little bit like this is totally dark period now, autumn, and this also this eclipse are kind of like a going into this kind of dark energy. So is equinox, then it's like we have this dance with the devil. We have this Capricorn entering the 1st of September to Pluto, so we move backwards from this kind of visionary world view to back in the ghetto to see what's wrong and take the last look into the darkness. And in the dark path that you maybe are even waiting to be hit with the baseball bat with the universe, you are a little bit like a fearful here, like, okay, what should I do, what should I not do, is this safe? Like this is like you should let go this kind of dark alleys where you can be suddenly having accidents or whatever. Bad news too. This can be good or bad, these omens. So this you should release. You should be trusting that good things can happen for you indeed, because you have really like look at the difference. This is waiting you in the void now to imagine the Pisces energy, and this is what you have been going through. So wouldn't you choose this than this? I would. So, but anyway, let's see what is part of this. Is this high demanding? Okay, so part of this thing you have to release is inner belief. I'm not enough. I can't have because I have to. Life trapped 17 is like I cannot even express what I need, and I would like to because there is such a high demand what I have to like always do for others. So somehow in your childhood somebody has said you like, oh, read one more book, do one more thing, no, you are not enough. So now off we go, this away, Taurus. Now you start to see that you are enough. And what amazing power, Sonia, even this kind of fearful little bunny is here. You are taking the leadership to protect the innocent, even is part of you, this one. But all these elements are here in the void, wait to be taken. Yes. So Rahul Kumar say, hey, how are you? Hey, I'm trying to get this reading going. This is second reading. So let's do. This is Taurus now about the High Priestess spread in Power in Shadows. So Power in the Shadows in the Void is actually this. You cannot see this possible because it's totally in the void. It's not yet. But this you are now. You've been experiencing this and you are leaving it be. Yes. Less is enough too. You have to start from somewhere. You have to take action. And some MC is saying, may I have a reading? There is a rule here now for this horoscope readings. This is lunar eclipse in Pisces readings. I make one sign by sign. Now we are in Taurus. So if you're Taurus, just say that you're Taurus, like the star sign, and then the question. And the end of this general reading for all Taurus, I will pick one question. I need to see in the comments, and also you have to subscribe to my channel. At least you can do that. But to support me and what I'm doing. But like say that you're Taurus, because I want, if you're Leo, the Leo reading is coming. So stick around. I try to keep this short. I have a next reading, Gemini, 22/8, and I'm trying to do every reading like max 30 minutes. So let's go forward. This is now, so even if I will answer you, it won't be too fast, too long. So what is your secret power? What is your dream? Okay, Two of Swords. This is interesting pendulum thing about choice, but what is here hidden? The ring. So commitment is here. Big commitment. This can be a little bit like a pendulum indeed, that you are like a, even in life, there are secret pendulums in the shadows influencing us, even like a moods and trends and everything. So they are kind of like a pendulum influencing us. But this is part of your secret power. And what is your dream? Maybe we have to read about this because the ring is here. This too is something interesting. you got this high energy thing because you got this crystal. That's why we are now having this complicated card. But the higher you go, the more complicated stories we have. And now you got these cards because you got that energy. So what this pendulum, how this pendulum can be your secret power, part of your dream. Life is complicated. Many times answers are not simple and situations are not black and white. In order to find the truth of the matter, we blunt the layers and confusions looking for patterns, trying to find the path in the woods. However, there are times when things are not complicated. Sometimes the answer is simply yes or no. Yes, this is really like this kind of clear cut. Like you can say some things are yes and some things are no. Like in the life, your secret power would be that you know what is hell yes and what is hell no, and that is like a good thing to know. So pendulum is very simple device and can easily be made. And indeed, how interesting is this? Pendulum can be made with a ring. It's true. Wow. It can be indeed made with a ring. To use pendulum, hold the end of and so on. But some people use their ring to make a pendulum. So it's interesting how this is like. I'm going to read now the archetype here because this is part of your secret power too. And it is just, the text was about like how things are yes or no. And what ring? Taurus. It's really about coming to the commitment now. What you commit and what you don't. And then it's clear. It's archetypal tool. Lord of the Ring. Power indeed. The ring that rules them all. I start to think about Sauron here. Okay. The infinite, the wheel, the connection. The ring is an image of contentedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is too micro and macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. So this is your secret power, a ring. I think it's really coming to this kind of commitment power, like, oh, wow, this is really like, what is coming from that finger? It's like, also, it's kind of like a power from the hand. Hand and heart shall never part, like it's really powerful. What you do with the hand is connected to your heart. So indeed it's important, even those rings you wear. Okay, so let's see now the future, Taurus. You don't have endless time in this reading, I have to worry. What you get to keep. So 3 of water, 3 of cups. This is usually like a friendships, but in this card it's almost like some kind of fountain of beautiful things. And I think I have to, it's almost like this is showing a little bit like a opposite, like autumn and spring. Interestingly, you get to leave now the darkness and you're already like living in the next spring or something. Maybe you're like a foresight about something too, because this is like a, let's say this is very paradisical, like a positive outlook. You get to keep that, but I'm gonna look this from here also. What we can say more about this. This is water, creation and fertility. The Roman goddess Flora is known for her association with springtime and the flowering of the plants. She protects plants from rotting and helps young girls as they approach womanhood. I think because this eclipse is really starting next season of like a 6-month period, and it is ending to the next eclipse. So you already can now be getting on this mindset of next spring, and actually now we are having this, indeed we are having now this Capricorn in Pluto, this devil last dance with the devil energy this autumn, and then next autumn we have back the Aquarius in Pluto, so we have really much more this kind of positive outlook on life in every field. So you know good things are coming, so maybe even you have a hard time, hard choices, you know there will be good things next spring, and your birthday also then. So the tree water denotes a happy time of plenty. There is not just enough, but more than enough. Enough to put for a rainy day. So it's like a positive outlook on even your finances. So now it's time to look. This is also very crazy. What is the love message from the High Priestess? Wow, there is the 8 of Cup. Is this kind of cooker? Real witchy woman here. Interesting. Let's see what is that message. It's like a season of the witch. Some soup. What is the soup you are making, Taurus? That is the love message from High Priestess. I'm gonna read from here to get the idea what it could be. Currently we have Venus in Libra, and it is really like this kind of beautiful thing can happen in the relationship. So the ring is also here. Might need some healing relationship. Even me reading you now might be something that you need to reflect through other people. This is kind of lonely person, usually letting go and being alone, a bit like a hermit, but where is this card? Where is it? Here. Okay, so this is magic of transformation, and that's now the High Priestess love. Let's try to channel what this could be for you, Taurus. So I come to you as a Ceridwen, and I am, Taurus, about magic, death, rebirth, and divine wisdom and inspiration. And I want to give that to you. And I'm the goddess of Cauldron. So everything is stirred in my pot, and I want to give you this good soup as a gesture of my love for you, Taurus. And so there is this wisdom that there's even a circle of here. Magically speaking, whenever we cast a circle, we create a type of cauldron, a place of out place and time out of time, a safe place where magic occurs. So High Priestess want to point you out, like even cooking a beautiful meal, making this commitment to the person you love, even drawing a circle on the ground. You are creating a sacred space where magic can happen. And indeed, in Pisces, lunar eclipse in Pisces, it is important to find back this sacred space that is also very deep and emotionally. We are safe in a sacred space. We are safe to express. Nobody is attacking us, even if we're expressing some hard emotions. This shows strength here in this sacred space. But this card was about, the High Priestess love message is about time of powerful change is taking place now. What intent you have now and decision you make now will have long-term ramifications and will shape the direction being determined at this time. So you have the power to create the transformation you seek. So that is your secret power, Taurus, that you got the power. It was already in this void visible, but it all culminates the fact like you got the power. I think there's even some song, you got the power. Is it like Ace of Base? What is it? Ace of Base. It's like aces in the hand. But yeah, it is a power, grace. Remember, always grace when you're dealing with the power. Power is, we can get a little bit hungry with the power. Maybe this soup is also showing it, like there is coming this kind of spirit from the soup, saying like, okay, eat, but not that you like don't understand anything anymore. But it's beautiful that it's a full moon here. Like now it's full moon in Pisces, really like a water-related full moon. Wow. So, claim your power. Make these powerful intentions. There's also this kind of water thing, but cauldron in a fountain way. So, and yes and no, you have to remember that some things are hell yes and some things are hell no. You as a leader, you know it. So I think this was your reading, Taurus. Did I took everything? I think so. What did you think? Is there some Taurus here? I don't see any Taurus, so we go forward. So then even somebody is Leo, soon have a chance to ask a question. I come back soon for Gemini reading. And see you soon. Thank you for watching, and always remember to subscribe. It helps my channel. Bye.